Hello and welcome to the Lighthouse. I am Shine. No pun intended. This is going to be a law of attraction spread for wooey fire signs. Um, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you're male, check your Mars in your chart. If you're female, check your Venus. That deals with, the woo woo. Um, if this is going to apply to that, and so this is to apply just to life in general. It could be a mixture of self, our relationships with others, our careers, whatever it is. Um, so you can check those other areas, and also I check my seventh house usually when I check readings and different signs, because that deals with, again, relationships with others, etc. But we have, and I'm glad I remembered this because I forgot it in the air signs. I'm going to have to add it on because I did extra for them, so they forgot this, but I'm glad I remembered it for you. This is the cognitive behavioral therapy section here. These are the reality checks. These are advice. This is the overview. These are the chakras that we're needing to work on. And these are the 6 questions about what we're needing to let go of in order to receive. So here is the what we're currently sending out energy wise. This is what we need to be more open to receiving. This is what will come when we're more open to it. This is the next step that we have to take, the leap of faith. And I did it again. I did it again. You don't know what I did again, but I know what I did again. This must be a test. Um, Again, how can you manifest more successfully? And a message from the universe, advice, etc. I am questioning on whether I should do the thing that I forgot because I didn't do it in the last one. You don't know what I'm talking about. So I can't. All right, hold on. We'll be back. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I usually, it says, I know the general meanings of the cards, obviously. Obviously, I can do intuition, which is what I do anyway. But there are so many things that these cards could be, and because whenever I do general readings, sometimes I might not always remember every single thing that might be something for somebody. So I like to just throw it out there if I feel. Not everything that I have written here is something that I feel is what's going on. But I like to have it there just in case there's something I don't think of. Because you always say, oh, I wish I would have said this, or I wish I would have said afterwards, because you can't recall. So I like to have my little things here. And I didn't have them for the last reading, and I just read them, which was fine. But but I think this is probably the universe, or unless it's just me. Maybe it's just my own forgetting. But, if it happened twice, maybe the universe is not wanting me to do this anymore. Even though I'm thinking I gotta say something for everybody. I gotta have it here in case I don't remember something that I want to say. You know, maybe this is, or maybe I'm just imagining that it's a test, or maybe not a test, but a nudge to not be worried about not saying every single thing that I might want to say and just let it be. I don't know. But it says, but I like to have them because, again, of what I just said. But anyway, Now you know what it was. Um, you have here the same thing that water signs had. So you might have water in your chart, um, or not, but you get the same card. They're wanting you to imagine possibilities, you know, and also to be aware of our own wishful thinking, naivete, the illusions that we put ourselves under or that other people put us under. As a lot of people dealt with narcissists in the past, or again, users, abusers, etc. And hopefully we've learned from these experiences. But for many people, I guess this is the threshold time, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. A lot of people are needing to let go of whatever lingering things that they're still holding on to so that something new can be brought in. And a lot of fear-based energy or resentments or still clinging on to stuff is preventing people from receiving what the universe wants to give them. And so they're wanting you to imagine, that good things can happen. We can't stay in the put your life on hold because we just have no hope for humanity. I can relate to that. But I'm here, see, and me being here is another fluke, because again, it kind of just happened that I started doing readings again. It was not planned. It was not. I kind of just. But again, are things really accidents, or are they divinely orchestrated? You know. Well, that's another video, another explanation of my hiatus and how I came to be here again. But did I stumble back into this by accident, or was it something that got me going? Because the universe wanted me to get going. Like it wants everybody to get going. See, I'm Leo moon. So I got fire here, and I got water. Listen, and I got air, and I got earth. So all of these hit for me in some way or another. So they may all hit for you. And as I've said, as far as the general ones go too, we're dealing with usually a common theme here. It's about recognizing childhood wounding, how that plays out in our adult lives, how it plays out in our relationships with others, karma wise, psychology wise. It's about getting us healed, getting us on the right path, forgiving and learning. It all molds together. It doesn't matter what your sign is, doesn't matter what your sex is. So you will find more than likely messages for you in the general ones as well, because this is like a school here, and everybody, though they've had different experiences, they have similar experiences, so they've all come here to kind of learn together. So that's why you'll find a lot of stuff relating. Plus, too, you'll have different things in your chart. So do check out the motivational messages, the going through a difficult time messages, whatever ones that I have up there, because they probably have messages for you too. And I did say sun, moon, rising, right? Did I do all that in the beginning? I can't remember because I've had to stop. But imagine, turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary and feelings, creativity, and illusions. The Oracle's message: who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life that you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. Again, but we have to be realistic. This is when we talk about don't live in the la-la, fooling ourselves, allowing other people to fool us, being realistic in things. Again, I can't wish to be a unicorn. These are things that can't happen, right? So we have to use our imagination, but also be wise in our dreams. Um, This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief as soon as you will see these things, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. Relationship message: in matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. This seems to be a common theme. A lot of people might have new people coming in, and we're needing to again clean up, including ourselves, to prepare for that. The universe is saying it's enough lingering in the woes. Some people have been in it for years. It's time to reclaim yourself, reclaim your life, reclaim your dreams, reclaim your hopes, and just living and learning and being open to better things. Um, Prosperity message: this is a powerful time to get clear on how you create your prosperity, what it means to you to be prosperous, and what attributes you need to develop in yourself to make things happen. Who do you need to be to live out your dreams? Can you imagine the kind of life you desire? Really imagine it, without holding back the sheer force of the powers of creativity. If you can envision it, you can have it. And this is, but we got to be real. Now, again, can't envision becoming a squirrel because it's not going to happen. We have to be realistic, but be optimistic, right? See it, believe it, achieve it. Get ready for prosperity is waiting for you to claim it now. Act as if your dreams really will come true. Fake it till you make it. Protection message: illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are, and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of imagination. So stop thinking the worst. Stop thinking, it says, because what we thinketh, so is, or so we be, right? If you don't believe in yourself, if you think that everybody is going to be an asshole, though, sometimes it seems that way. If you look around, the pickings are slim. But there are pickings. So that's why they say be hopeful. Not all is lost here. Just again, be wise next time around. Oof. Um, again, envision anew. Perhaps you're anticipating that something fearful might happen. I've already read this. Clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. Then we have third eye and sacral. This has come out now, I think, for three people, three elements, three of the four that I've done. These two chakras. So we're needing to clear out the negative shite and have a zest and a passion again for life, because that's what the sacral chakra is about. It's about the pleasures of life, right? Our passions, our desires, whether that be creative wise, or sexually, whatever it is. If it's out of whack, nothing's happening, you know. And here it's about not being afraid of the unknown. You're here to explore. You're here to live and learn. You're here to experience and not be fearful of the unknown, right? This is third eye. This is using your intuition as well as what you've learned so far on your journey. These are going to fall over, are they? Let's do mysticism. Let us see. You are not to know. See, a lot of people want to know the who's, when's, why's, what's. I want it now. It's about releasing control of the needing to know, focusing on you, focusing on what you can do, focus on your healing. And when the universe sees that you're ready, you shall receive. But if you're stuck and stagnant, it's just going to give you more of what you already got. And I probably a lot of people will say they don't want what they got anymore. But fear, past stuff is still keeping people from going for what they want, even though they want it. Though they might say they don't want it, but they really do want it. You know what I'm saying? Inspiration. It is wise to be the observer. Indeed. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Just be aware. Personal inquiry. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Key ideas: ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, again, are our journeys. Keywords: intuition, courage, and uncharted. Uncharted territory. Having the courage to embark like the fool, right? But once the fool goes through the whole thing, by the end, it's like, Ten of Swords. It's like it went in all trusting, and then it got jacked up by different people, betrayed, hurt, burned, let down, disappointed, failure. It went through the mill. And sometimes a fool is afraid of being the fool again because they don't want to be a fool again. You know what I'm saying? But they lose that fearlessness because they don't want to encounter the same shit. But the universe says, fear not, just be wise. You can't put up the walls. It says, because the walls you put up to protect yourself is also what keeps out the good stuff. Service. This is about, again, shifting our focus away from our own stuff and maybe doing something for others, like what I'm doing. You see? Instead of being in your head about whatever, and that's how I ended up doing readings again. Just by accident. I said, the universe says, well, if you're not going to do it just from us telling you, we're going to make it so you end up doing it. You're going to fall into it again because that's what you're supposed to be doing. See, it always has a way of, working itself out. Inspiration. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. Again, even the shit, even the assholes. It's all there to teach you something. It's all there because you need to learn a lesson, or it's something about you needs to change, or you need to wake up to something that you didn't see before because it's going to be for your betterment. We can't be, too much a fool. We can't be too trusting. We can't be, again, this is a lot of the people learn that lesson. Not be a gullible Gus. We got to have boundaries. We got to be, we got to care for ourselves and not let ourselves be taken advantage of, or not settle for less than, or not kicking ourselves in the ass, again, being our own worst enemy, learning how to get out of our own way, all of that stuff, you know. Um, It says, we don't get what we want, we get what we need. It's like the Rolling Stones song, right? This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. Again, a lot of people are, again, too wrapped up in their own stuff. You're not the only one who suffers here. It's again, the universe usually always has a way to show you, how when you want to be all in your feelings, and you want to be feeling sorry for yourself and all the things you don't have and all the things that you went through and all, again, like for some reason you should be exempt from any of it, you know especially if you agreed to it or signed up for it, or it's your karma from some past. It's that you don't know. It's to just see the reason why all things happen here. It's usually it's rooted in spirituality, number one, and psychology, number two, due to the conditioning that we go through here, the wounding, all that helps to shape our belief systems, our mindsets, how we think about ourselves, how we interact in the world, all of that stuff. And it all stems from childhood, growing up, society, bullshit, programming. That's, like I said, something else. Um, that again, we fail to see where, again, you're not alone here. When you want to feel sorry for yourself, they'll show you somebody that has it worse, right? Ah, great. So you don't even let me wallow in my own self pity. You got to show me somebody else has it worse. Ah, great. Yes, because the universe wants you to have less attitude and more gratitude. Appreciate what you do have. Appreciate that you learned these lessons. I said you even had to thank the assholes because they did their job. If you learned, if you changed, if you became more empowered and wiser. That's what they say. So we got to let go of any residual resentments or whatever it is, guilt or shoulda, woulda, couldas, or anything of the past, because it served a purpose. But now that purpose is over, and we're needing to step into a new purpose. Keywords: compassion, loyalty, strength. Again, strength, courage, perseverance. Key ideas: favoritism, unwillingness to compromise values, finding contentment, the joy of service, and precious memories. Um, you can't be unwilling to compromise. That card comes out a lot of times. Compromise, compromise. It's like, you know, you gotta accept. Accept what has been, and find peace somehow, some way. And be willing to move forward. Personal inquiry: how does the idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situation? And what can I give? Again, you know, give of yourself. Be open, because when you give, you receive. It says, but give in a healthy way. It's all about balance, not about, excess in either direction. The energy you're sending out currently is the Nine of Wands in reverse. On edge, defensive, paranoid, hesitant, fearful. Again, don't fear the unknown. And if you're all in your whatever, distract yourself by maybe doing something for somebody else, or something to get your mind out of, be creative, work on work on things that are going to better you. So that way you'll be vibrating at a higher energy. You'll be more prepared for something to match that. But if you're in the negative shit, you're just going to attract the negative. And we don't want that, right? Hesitant to make long-term commitments, feeling like, shit is just too stressful, overwhelmed. Feeling a lack of support, lacking resources, financial, skills, time, you know, um, feeling like we don't have what it takes to keep going or to make it, being just burnt out, basically. And it says, and this year, this is long held stuff. This is stuff pre 2020, but this is also 2020 because that hit a lot of people in a different ways too. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people feel helpless and hopeless and no direction, and everything that they've known is turned on its head, and now they don't know what to do or where to go or what's they supposed to be doing. So they're in fear mode. They're afraid, But sometimes things happen. It's like the tower, you know. Things come in to shake things up that weren't built on things that were strong foundations anyway, even though they may seem that way. Maybe you weren't happy in the job that you were in, or maybe something, and something happened, and so now we're having to find a new direction or a new something, and maybe that's intentional because maybe you're meant for something else. Um, so though we may feel like, again, helpless, hopeless, we don't got what it takes, we feel like failures, we're afraid, defensive, untrusting. They're saying that you need to release that, um, and try to go with the flow. Try not to make assumptions or hasty judgments. Again, just try to again locked in old habits, behaviors, dwelling on the past. Again, frustrations. Just we're needing to let go. We're needing to breathe. Page of Swords is something that you need to be more open to receiving. Clarity, truth, communication, learning something. Again, it might be a new skill. It might be whatever. It's about having enthusiasm and passion too. New projects, new ideas. It's encouragement to move forward. Getting the wheels in motion despite challenges that might be in the way, you know. Aligning with others that don't stifle your direction. It's having the ability again to learn and grow. Check into some stuff. Seeking truth, an avid learner. Discussing new ideas with others. Grounding your thoughts before speaking. This includes, again, what we're sending out. If we're sending out this is what we're going to get, right? So try to mind one's thoughts, protecting your energy, you know. Learning, teaching you something about yourself. Like this whole thing it should be a learning experience about you, who you are, what you settle for, what holds you back. This is again the self-discovery journey that we're on here. And we're needing to not be defensive, offensive, because this guy's got the sword. And in reverse, this is the same thing, defensive. So we're needing to let go as we have the death card here. What will come when you're more open to this? Well, we'll put an end to a cycle. We'll put an end to whatever needs to be put an end to here. We'll allow for change, right? End of a major phase or aspect of your life that brings about the beginning of something far more valuable and important. Like I said, for some people, it's stepping into your destiny. It's meeting people that are going to play a role in these things. But you can't, you know, Just be wise. Um, Closing one door again to open another. Putting the past behind you. Embracing new opportunities. It might be difficult, but it's important, as you will soon see, to bring renewal and transformation. If you resist, you will feel the pain, emotional and physical. Because that manifests in the physical body. Depression, anxiety, when you're all in the negative here. It's a significant transformation, a profound need for change, right? Clearing away limiting factors, and a lot of it again is us learning how to get out of our own way, needing to learn to let go of unhealthy attachments for more fulfilling things. And here represents the next step, the leap of faith. We got the Two of Pentacles. This is again about juggling, figuring things out, balancing things out. It could be finances, it could be whatever it is, our time. Um, Again, being able to handle things, being able to go with the flow. You know, remaining alert, agile, patient, clear on our priorities, and not become distracted. You know, weighing things out, needing to be flexible. Remember the other thing is talking about unwilling to compromise. When we're needing to, it says be like water, right? Stay centered again, going with the flow. Try to just cope. Life sucks in many ways, and it's difficult, and it's hard, and it's painful, and we lose a lot, and we gain a lot. Hopefully, it's wisdom. Hopefully, it's blessings. Hopefully, we lose the shit we don't need that doesn't serve us, that held us back. People, mindsets, whatever it is. But it's again understanding that that's what it's about. You know, giving, receiving, loss, gain, ebb and flow, right? Um, how can you manifest even more successfully? Knight of Cups reverse. So we need to get out of this again, like the Nine of Wands. This could be depression. This could be distrusting people. Again, a lot of people do it. Doozies. Also, it speaks about being unrealistic in some things. Again, maybe we're chasing things or looking for things that aren't, again, can't become a unicorn. So, because that kind of fits with this one here. Being realistic, being grounded, being aware, being smart, being wise. Again, trying to get out of any negative emotions that we may have, because again, we're blocking things from coming in. Getting too caught up in fantasy world or la-las, romanticizing people who don't need to be romanticized. You know what I'm saying? Overly emotional, moody, lacking commitment, not investing in yourself, not investing in your healing, not investing in your future. Wearing rose-colored glasses, or again, unwilling to see some things for what they are, but also, what they could be. Realizing things just, sometimes things don't work out the way that we want them to, and we just have to keep it moving. And especially, again, dealing with narcissistic types. A lot of people are still recovering from that. And to heal from that, it's serious stuff, because it totally wipes out your self-esteem, totally makes you question everybody, because that whole situation was a lie. To trust people again, to open up, it's difficult. It's not an easy task. And whoever that first person is going to be, they would have a lot of patience and a lot of understanding to kind of show you that not everybody is going to be like that. But we have to be willing to be open to that possibility, and the universe is asking you to, But it's it's not good, and this is acting from emotions and not logic as well. So we're needing to check some thoughts. And then the advice is the high priestess is just follow your inner knowing, your third eye here, your what your intuition is telling you, what your guidance higher self is telling you. It's obviously telling you that this ain't it. This feeling, this stagnancy, this lack, this woe-is, this negative whatever. You deserve more, and they want you to have more, right? So here comes some sirens. It's a state of emergency. We got the sirens there. Again, wisdom, knowledge, enlightenment, you know, become wiser. Solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take control of your life in positive ways. Again, it's the, no, that's the sacral. Or is this the orange one too? Sacral is orange. Solar plexus is orange. It's been, wait, let me see. Solar plexus. Why am I drawing a blank? This is too much. Let's see here. Sacral is the orange. Solar plexus is the yellow. That's our thoughts. How we think it, so we are. Right? So we got to know that we can't be in fear mode. Let's see what this one says. See what happens? I've been out of the loop for a while. As far as reading for other people and reading, it's been oh well. S solar NO. Where is it? Oh, because it's in a different book. Silly me. Right? Yeah, this is a different book. But that's what it is. We'll leave it there. Again, this is the yellow. This is the how we thinketh. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Obviously, I need to eat something. I think that's what it is. I'm hungry. My mind's playing tricks on me. Trust what you see in your mind's eye, as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Yes. Parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated from your mother or father. Again, blame the parents. It's all their fault. We turned out the way we did. No, but in a way, it's not about blame though, because they learn from dysfunctional people too. Nobody's perfect. Everybody is here is learning. So if you've had family problems or again, it's about healing thyself, forgiving those that taught us wrong, or belief systems that were instilled in us through our upbringing. Again, we're all here learning, and everybody messes up, and know that people do the best they can with what they know at the time. And we kind of got to detach and try not to take things personally, even though they are personal. Um, but once we kind of learn where all of this stems from, at least you got a new shot now. You have a new awareness of why certain things happened, why you showed up the way that you did in certain situations, why other people did. It stems from childhood. And Jesus says, forgive. He's like, we gotta just have compassion. I sit and feel others' points of view with forgiveness and kindness. And be strong. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. So no matter what you've been through, have compassion for yourself, have compassion for others, you know. Heal thyself. Find the inner strength and the courage to keep on going. Try to maintain some kind of balance in your life if you're feeling out of whack. And don't be afraid. Imagine better things for yourself. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Beware of your thoughts. Use your intuition. I am a good teacher. I'm going to teach someone how to do something today. So remember, you may have some gifts to share, some knowledge to share, right? And maybe you can help someone discover some things that can better them. I am a generous person. I'm going to give someone a gift today. Same thing, right? Being generous, being giving, helping somebody else, getting out of our own minds and focusing on other things. I love to learn and explore. I am going to read a new book today. So this is about, again, expansion. Expansion, expansion. And here, beware of the homosexual. One who enters into a relationship to prevent them from being homeless. Some people aren't looking for love, they're looking for help. Well, again, a lot of people are dealing with this. I was. Hence why I made this card. This is the deck that I created. Everyone goes through tough times, but some people bounce from relationship to relationship as a means to be taken care of. This is financial codependency, also financial abuse. A user, slacker, narcissist, or another cluster B personality type might be involved in this situation. Know what you're dealing with. Again, this is what you were dealing with, and that's why you're like this. But they're just saying, live and learn. Live and learn. The difference between helping and enabling, and there are a lot of people that look to play the sympathy card and look, and they're smooth talkers and just to get in your house, and then they don't do shit and lay up and have you paying for everything while they're making it says living and learning. If you were dealing with something similar that I was, hungry hearts will sell for crumbs. Yeah. We all eat lies when our hearts are hungry. This is why it's so important to heal before you deal. That's what I said. If something showed up at your doorstep tomorrow, are you ready? Or are you still in the past? Or still haven't quite applied the lessons you need to in regards to yourself and how you're showing up and how you believe in yourself and what you feel you deserve? Because if you don't feel worthy, if you don't do something to fix that self-esteem, you're going to keep attracting these types here, or people that are just looking for the doormat or somebody that they can whatever. No more of that, right? We all realize when our hearts are hungry. This is why it's so important to heal before you deal. When you are lonely or have low self-esteem, abandonment issues, fears of being alone, etc., it can set you up to be taken advantage of, especially by emotional manipulators or narcissists. You can't. It says the two broke. That's a karmic situation, and two broken halves don't make a whole. So, and a lot of people enter into relationships for those reasons: financial, low self-esteem. Enter into dysfunctional situations that are meant to teach you something, most definitely. But you're not meant to stay in it and linger in it and all of that. You're not meant to settle for less than. Know your worth, know your value, and you will attract people. Not to say that you won't still attract them types, because they love that too. They don't care if they, whatever they can get, they're gonna get or try to take. No matter if you're poor or you got money, whatever. If there's something that you got that they feel like they can suck up or leech off of, they will. All my relationships are harmonious. When we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer, always. Again, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This is a repeat offender. This card has come out multiple times, and it's because the message is the same. People need to heal from the past, and just don't let the past keep you in the past. Don't let the past keep you from a future. Be present in the now. Do the work and prepare yourself for what it is that you're wanting, and taking the steps that you need to take to help in co-creating that with the universe. And you got two of these cards, although I asked for one, and you got two over here too, but I kept them. This is the cognitive behavioral therapy, thinking, acting, and being. Do they really think that? We often assume that others are thinking badly of us, that we're awkward, dumb, weird, or any other insulting label. These thoughts generally have more to do with how we see ourselves than what others think of us. It is, if they're thinking of us at all. Like I said, sometimes it's all in your head. It's all in your imagination. You're fearing the worst, or you're not feeling confident, or you think no one's going to like you, or that you don't have what it takes, or that you're not talented, you're not whatever, you're not worthy, whatever, because again, your self-esteem has been run through the shredder. Notice your negative assumptions about what others think of you, and question whether there's any solid evidence to support these thoughts. That's where that solar plexus, again, our thinking. Our thinking. Do it now. When you find yourself putting off something you need to do, notice if you're telling yourself you'll do it when you feel like it. That procrastination, I've mentioned that a few times here. Always putting shit off. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But you know what they say. A lot of it is because we're getting in our own way of success, or of releasing, or of improving. If we're always putting something off, or always making excuses of why, again, and so that we can sit and complain that nothing's changing and that we don't have what we want, while we're not taking any steps to do it, or while we're putting things off. See how that does not work? If you don't feel like doing it now, then you probably won't want to do it later. See what it's like to take care of it right away, regardless of your feelings, just because it needs to be done. Try not to procrastinate. Stand up straight. Practice standing and sitting with good posture today. Keep your head up and aligned over your shoulders and hips. Shoulders relaxed downward and not slouching forward. Again, stand with confidence. Put that energy out. When you're all slunched over and hung over like Igor, you're not very approachable. Weight balanced evenly across the left and right sides of the body, and release any unnecessary tension. Notice how your physical bearing affects other aspects of how you meet the world. I remember when I was with the narcissist, whenever I would, leave, my neighbor said to me one time, he says, I always see you leaving. And he's pointed out a lot of things that he noticed, that how I wasn't being treated right. And he says, you always look like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. So sometimes you don't even notice how you appear to the world. That's because I did have I was going through a lot of stuff, um, and he was not helping. But it's noticeable. So again, what we're putting out, other people see it too, or the universe sees it most especially. So they ain't ready. Look out! They ain't ready. They say they're ready, but they ain't ready. Notice what you have. This is how you can just be. The best parts of our lives fade into the background and become invisible unless they're taken from us. They said you don't know what you got till it's gone. It's like when you had body image issues before and you thought, oh, you weren't happy. Now it's like, oh, I wish I would have looked like I looked like then. So you don't know what you got till it's gone. But this is about having gratitude, right? Appreciating what you have when you have it. Become more aware today of the ordinary things you're glad to have, such as the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, the home that shelters you, and the people you love. Acknowledge the everyday gifts that fill your life. Again, because you won't be looking from a place of lack, and lack attracts lack. Abundance attracts abundance. So we've got to get out of the negative mindsets. See a loved one. The better we know someone, the easier it is to stop seeing them. As you sit with someone you care about today, take in the person you see. Notice their eyes, their hair, the way they move and talk. Consider the unlikely circumstances that brought them into your life. There's no need to try to feel anything in particular, just observe. So this is again realizing the value of people, not taking people or things for granted that we usually do because it's always there or we've become accustomed to it. Like even just being able to take a warm shower. There are people in the world that don't even have that. It's like a lot of people need to humble themselves and get out of their own ego and realize you're not the only one who suffers here. It's about having, again, compassion for other people's suffering, you know, compassion for yourself, but also, again, appreciating what you do have. At least you weren't born into this circumstance, or at least you didn't have that. Again, it's so easy to get in that negative mindset, comparing yourself to others, other people's journeys, or what they have. Again, measure your success by your freedoms. What things have you been able to get rid of, to be free of, that has made you evolve, that has brought enlightenment, that has brought healing? Measure your successes by that, by the things that you've overcome, by the mindsets you've overcome, by the growth that you've had, not by what society deems as success, which is usually based in materialistic things. Sometimes success is just having people that care about you, or it's who you are as a person. Learn to value the things that perhaps you've learned to take it for granted. And on that note, hopefully you got something from it. Hopefully my shutting it off and whatever didn't change anything. I said I can do it without, but for these I like using those simply because, again, there's so many people going through so many different things, and they might not to say that it wouldn't resonate or wouldn't hit, but they might hear something else that might say, this is for me then. So that's why I use it. Don't think I don't know what I'm talking about, because obviously I must. Um, but anyway, on a second note, take care, and until next time, bye-bye.